Hey guys, this is Hawkeye and I am back with another episode of Fishing Planet. And yes guys, I did promise that I was going to keep doing the Christmas ones until I can no longer do them. I'm not sure when this event's supposed to end, but I didn't realize that they were going to involve the Norwegian map, and since there are missions for these guys here, I'm going to do them. So we have the Saga of the Antlered Salmon. It says, according to an old tale, the antlered salmon was once one of Santa's proud reindeer who admired its antlers a bit too much. On Christmas Eve, it became enchanted by its reflection that he forgot to deliver the gifts. So Santa turned it into a fish, unable to look at it himself again. Now it's up to you to catch this stubborn creature, and the best way to do it is with trolling. Now, I had to go back and get trolling gear because, as I was also have to kind of discover, trolling is a little bit difficult to do with the big boat. I don't remember the name of the big boat, but the boat that comes with the Norway map. I went back at the advice of one of my viewers to get a smaller boat. I did get the Skårland boat. This one's much better for trolling. It's smaller, more maneuverable, so I think it's going to be a little bit more effective here. That doesn't mean I'm not going to go back and get the other boat. The only problem is I do lose a little bit of money doing the traveling, but it seems to be a bit unavoidable at this point. If I was level 105, probably wouldn't bother me. But at level 80, it's kind of hurting a little bit. But I'm having fun, so let's just do it. Let's start off with, we need to explore the small islands in search of the jumping antlered salmon. So we are going to jump in here, and I'm not so sure if we can actually make fireworks work with this or not. But I am in the smaller boat. This is going to be interesting. First time I ever saw. Yep, this is a Japanese boat here, the little one. But I think it's going to work for us a lot better, honestly. That's honest goodness truth. So let's get on board. And I'm going to go ahead and take it out. Yeah, it's not going to go as fast as the other boat either, but I can jump around a little bit, but this is going to be a much better boat for trolling. Much better. See, I can see what I'm doing. I can look around and really get a good view of everything. I like that better too. So, like I said, I think he was right. I think that viewer, I'll have to look up his name, but he was definitely right. Getting a smaller boat works better, and this is the smallest of the ocean traveling boats. But I'm going to go ahead and set anchor here and look at my map. Alright, so we need to go all the way up here. I don't have any buoys to get there. But we'll go up there, we'll take a look around, see if we can't see any antlered salmon doing their thing. But before I go there, I am going to show you what changes I've made. I had to make quite a few here. One thing I do like about the game, the way it's set up now, apparently you can make repairs at the maps. Now, I don't have to do that here, but I usually go back, and as soon as I get back, I start making repairs. That's probably a good idea every time you do. Just, if you got the cash, make the repairs. But I brought these two trolling rods along. These are actually from templates. One's from the Japanese, one's from the Maldives. These are casting reel setups. I went ahead and made them trolling setups. And I'm going to do live bait trolling to start off with, just to see how they do. I've got on this one, I've got split tail mullet. That's the only live bait that you can take that are trolling live baits. That was from the Maldives that will work here. Now, scaled sardines will, and there's quite a few others. Let me make sure here. I think, yeah, you can troll with the shiners. You can troll with Atlantic herring, lesser sand eels, all of which I think, except for the shiners, they go for. Now, if you want to know what kind of baits or lures to utilize, I would go with whatever the local salmon do. You know, basically the Norway Atlantic salmon, something like that. The baits or lures that it goes for, which, as you can see, fingerbowl scale sardines, Atlantic herring, split tail mullet. Now, these you can't troll with. Crab, gulf shrimp, tiger prawn. But for lures, we could, you know, if we don't do well with the live baits, we can do bucktails, plugs, crankbaits, minnows. Now, I don't think I have any saltwater poppers yet, or saltwater spoons. I could be wrong, but I think I do have a saltwater spoon. Well, we might try that. We'll see if we do have some. I know we have the others here. So, these are not real heavy rods. I mean, they're heavy, yeah, but they're not like, 300-pound test. So they should be a lot more ready. And actually, they might work really well for the Atlantic cod. So I might hang on to this for a little while. Maybe we can get that mission finished for once. Well, anyway, let me get over there and see where these guys are. Guys, we are in the right area. So apparently we need to start looking for jumping fish. Now there are some birds over here, so there could be where we're looking for. Where there are birds, there are usually fish. And there they are. Lots of them. Holy crikeys, look at them all. Holy crikeys. So we gotta get 12 of these suckers. I'm kind of hoping we get a codfish. That would be awesome. That would kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Maybe. I don't know. Sometimes when you catch them and you're not doing the mission, it doesn't count. So sometimes it does. We'll see. We'll see. Alright, so we need to get this going. Alright, let's start trolling away here. I wonder if I should have put bells on those. Let's see, I see the birds. There's the fish. I don't see any with antlers, but that doesn't mean anything. We definitely got jumping fish. Yeah, we may have to make a turn and come back. We have something. Here we go. First one. We have to get 12 of these guys, so this is going to be a little tricky, but we did get one. Antlered Salmon, new personal record, 25 pounds. It worked. How you like them apples? An out of current bait? Oh crap. There we go. I probably had a different... Yeah, sometimes we get different piles of them. It's weird. Well, they like the scaled sardines. Split-tail mullet hasn't done anything yet, but we'll see. Okay, we need to get going again. Probably gonna have to turn around. No, we don't have to turn around. We just have to keep going. Looks like they're all along here. We just have to really keep an eye on our holes. Just out of curiosity. Holy crap, look at the size of those. I see the antlers on them. Uh-oh. Yep, we got one. And I saw the antlers on him. Nice. New personal record, 26-pounder. Oh, this is so cool. Some of them you can't see the antlers, some of them you can. I need to turn the boat a little bit here. Gonna end up crashing. They're all over the place. Honestly, this shouldn't take too long. And I'm just getting the antlered salmon, so that's good. I was afraid I'd get other things too. Does not seem to be the case. See, there's the ones with the antlers. That is so cool. That is so cool. Now we just have to wait to get another one hooked. Yeah, I think I might switch to a different thing to fish with. Now, what is it they go for? Just see if lures do a little bit better. They might. They might not. I just kind of expected a little bit more of a bite rate here. Bucktails, plugs, crankbaits. I think a crankbait would do. Alright, let's try a crankbait on here. Let's see, what size? We don't have to worry about it being too light. That ain't gonna matter. It shouldn't, anyway. Let's see. Let's try a 12-foot here. Alright. Yeah, it's not going to cast out very far, but that doesn't really matter. You just kind of throw it out. Let a little bit of it out. Okay, that one's way out there. That might have been part of the problem. If I've got a saltwater spoon, I'm going to use it. Because I have had a lot of luck with the saltwater spoons. Let's see. Alright, they're up here. Yes, I do have a saltwater spoon. Very nice. Let's try that. They don't go for pilkers, so this will cast out a ways. There's another. There's some orca out here too, guys. A little bit on the bigger side there. Let's see. Yeah, I cannot put any kind of bell on there, so I'm just going to have to hope I hear them. let's see how these do. See if they do better, do worse. We still got plenty of them jumping in front of us, so we don't have to turn around just yet. I'm not sure, but I think I've got one on the first one. Yep, I do. That fast. And I got one. Okay, looks like the lures do better. Alright. Good to know. That is what I'm talking about. Okay. I just hope I don't run aground on something. And there's another one. New personal record, 28 pounds. This is beating everything I've ever caught before with these guys. Okay, wait a minute. Let me go up here. Make sure we're not... Let's slow this down a little bit. Yeah, the lures do better, guys. The lures definitely do better. I had to test it. It's the only way to know for sure. Okay, that may be a little far. Let's see here. Let's take this in to about there, and then we'll start going again. Yeah, this ain't gonna take very long. Not long at all. Yeah, we could probably come back now at this point. Well, there's another bunch of them. And an orca jumping. Look at them all. Aren't they cool? That is awesome. They're everywhere. Oh! Okay, there's something new. I did get something new this time. I got a trophy Arctic char. Well, let me take a look at him. I haven't seen those yet. That's a pretty fish. Okay. Do I have one on this? Might have had one on there. I don't know. Let me see here. Okay, I don't want to throw it out that far. Put it out about 60 yards, something like that. 2, and then we'll go back. Let me make sure there's nothing on this. Okay, I think we might be getting out of range of those fields. I'm not seeing as many jump out here. So we probably ought to turn back. And go back where we came from. Speed up a little bit when we turn around. Yeah, I don't see any in front of me. So I'm going to keep turning around. We're going to go right back where we came from. There they are. We'll just right down that same channel again. Oh, wait a minute. We got... I don't know if it's still on there or not. He got loose. Wait a minute. We do have this one. I'm not so sure it's an Atlantic salmon though. It is a Norway Atlantic salmon, just your basic plain one. And we got one on it. Daggone. Yes, I think we're out of the range of the other ones. Now we're just getting, yep, another Arctic char. Okay, now we're getting into the range. Alright. Alright, let's slow this down because we're going too fast. Hold on. No, actually, I wasn't going forward at all. It just... Let's throw this one out as far as it'll go. Well, looked like I had a bite. Let me toss that back out there again. There's a lot of them out there. Check them out. Alright. Okay, now we're going back. Yeah, this is going to take a little bit of time, guys. I've got 8 more to catch. So, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get as many of these as I can. If I get something really unique, I'll bring you back. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. We do have one, and like I said, if I've got something really unique, I will show you what we got. Otherwise, this is what we're getting right now. I am going to go ahead and get a picture of it because I always do. They don't get any bigger than this as far as I can tell. I did catch a new personal best, but even that one wasn't a monster. We have seen the antlered salmon before, but not here. And we got to get it for the picture, for the thumbnail. I wish I could get some decent pictures of them jumping. That is just so cool. Them jumping in the air like that. Everywhere. Let's see. Alright, that's good. Alright, we're going to continue on to this. As I said before, I'll bring you back as something interesting, or if I break a record, or it's at the end. Alright guys, we might actually have something different here. I've caught quite a few Arctic char already, quite a few Norwegians. But no, we did get us another one. It was just the way he was fighting. But yeah, we're getting a mix of things here, which is kind of cool. We need to get over here before we go underground, though. Yeah, I went a different way last time than I did the first time. Probably should have kept with that. These channels are a little more narrow, and I've been running aground a lot easier. But they're here. Let me go ahead and throw this out here just in case. I'm going to bring it a little closer than that. Gotta make sure I don't run aground here. Yeah, they're all through here though, without a doubt. We've got 4 more to get. I haven't gotten any kind of unique anything, so that's really the only reason I hadn't brought you back. gotten a lot of Norwegian salmon, just the plain salmon with no antlers. Alright guys, we are almost to the end of this. We've got one on each rod here. I don't know if we've got what we're after, but I've switched this over to a bucktail to see how well it did, and they really go for those. This purple one especially. Now this may or may not be what we're after, but it will be a lot of fun bringing him in. He seems like he might be a little bit bigger. Yep, he is something different. He's a meager. I've got already a couple of those. We are still seeing plenty of these guys jumping, so we are going to head back into the swing of this. We got to get, like I said, 2 more. We are almost done. Plus we caught a whole slew of other species. Caught a trophy sea trout, not too bad. If it had been a unique one, I would have definitely brought you back to see that. But they were just jumping everywhere, guys. Just got to get 2 more. Yeah, I did hook one by when the boat was stopped by reeling in, and it did not count as trolling. So it has to be trolling. It did not count. You gotta be doing it this way. Alright, there's some more. Wait a minute. We might have one on this one. I don't know. Yeah, we got him. I'm hoping it's another one. Nope, it's a sea trout. You are going to get other species, though. That is... Wait a minute, let's try to grab number 2 before it lets loose. I think we actually... Shoot. He got off. Oh well. Well, let's toss this back out there. I hope I don't run aground. Okay, we're fine so far. This always happens. I always think it's going to end, and then all of a sudden they stop biting. Yeah, those... Okay, now we got one. Now, this may not be what we're after. We were a little bit out of the fields. Yeah, it's something else. It is a trophy Arctic char. And we got something on number 2. Oh, it was snag. Never mind. Okay, we're getting right in a bunch of jumping ones. Okay, let's see if we finally can't get our last 2. Oh, wow. Okay, this may not be what we're after here, guys. Whatever this is, it's bigger. Shoot, I'm going to have to go back and slow this boat down because Otherwise I'm not going to be able to get him in. What have I got here? No, this is not an Atlantic salmon. If it is the biggest one ever caught. Holy crap. What have I got here? It's a trophy meager. No wonder. That was a stretch for my rod here. Yeah, I think I showed you these before, guys. They're pretty good sized fish. So not too bad. Not bad at all. Not what we need, but not bad. Okay, let's get going again. Oh, we got another one. I think I got one on the other one too. I can only hope that's what I'm after this time. There's one of them. Come on, be the right thing here, guys. This would make my night. It's not. It's a nut char, so we still have one more to get. Alright, well, we're going to keep at it. We're going through a whole bunch of them here, hopefully. One of them will bite, and it's the right kind. Let's see here. This could be it. Could be anything, honestly, though. Nope, it is a Norwegian salmon, trophy Norway Atlantic salmon, personal record. Just not the right kind of salmon. Yeah, we're going back to another school of them. And we're going to have to turn around again. Wait a minute. Maybe. Oh boy. And we got one on the other one too. Hold on. We're going to have to slow this down or something. Let me try this one first. This one looks smaller. This might be what we're after here. No. Well, we're getting a lot of the Norwegian Atlantic salmons, and that one got off. So, well, that's a chance you gotta take. Nope. There's some jumping. Let's see if we can get some more. I might just bump it ahead till in time, see if that helps. Cannot believe we have one more fish to get. He is really being elusive. Okay, we're going to turn this around because we're getting out into the open ocean here. Oh, wait a minute. Let's see what this one is. There he is, the last one. Holy crap. That was not easy. Not by any means. There's our last antlered salmon. Not our biggest, not our best, but I'll take him. Get our last picture. We'll keep him. Now we need to head to... Oh boy, we're getting into a storm here. Alright, we're going to go ahead and put this stuff away. Definitely going to have to try this out where there are codfish. Alright. Let's check the map. Wait a minute. Stop this. Wait a minute. Bring the antlered salmon to the collector of legends in northern hamlet on the island. So I don't have to go back to that other location. So I thought I'd have to go back there. So he's over here. Okay. So I gotta navigate through these tiny islands. Yeah, that didn't take nearly as long to do as the furry trout mission did. But it did take a little bit of time. There they are. So long, fellas. So I guess you can still continue to fish for them even after the mission's done. If and you so desire. Yeah, it picked up considerably once I advanced time to the peak. The peaks do seem to make a difference. Alright, we are getting close. I might put a buoy out here so I can try fishing this later on. So this is a little... The hamlet's like a little village, I guess. So I'm guessing I have to get close to the dock. And get out. Oh wow, I jumped all the way across there. Let's see. Okay, where's the dude? Let's zoom in. Maybe he's down here. Northern hamlet of the island. I don't see him. Oh, here he is. Another Christmas legend for the collection. In any case, set out in search of the Christmas spirit? You get empty aquarium, item placed to your backpack. Saga of the Antlered Salmon. Great job, you finally caught the Antlered Salmon. We've got Antlered Pilker, and a navigation buoy, 3 bait coins. Yeah, we still have to get that one done. We might be able to now. The winter waters hide Christmas secrets, shatter the magical ice floes, and release the spirit of Christmas before the trolls wake up. Trolls? Okay, what are we doing here with trolls? Let's see. Okay, that's not what we're dealing here with. Mastering exploring events. There we go. Myth of the Christmas spirit. Okay, this is the next mission, guys. We will go over that in the next one, but if we complete it, that's nice. We get another one of these enchanted torches. And we get a repair kit, which is worth quite a bit. So we have to go in the really dangerous waters. Break 7 magical ice floes and collect the enchanted Christmas lights in the aquarium. Give the enchanted Christmas lights to the collector of legends near the Christmas tree in the village. Oh, there we go. That's the next one. I don't know if that's the last one or not. We're going to find out, I guess. Alright, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed that episode. Please be sure to share, comment, like, and subscribe. And I will be back with another episode of Fishing Planet. Until then, guys, as I always say, aim straight, cast far, and have fun. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.